The first thing was on the first day. My nephew, on moving day, he came and he was in the office downstairs, and he put the boxes in the closet in the office, and he come running back out and he sat on the stairs. I didn't know why. I really didn't pay attention because it was so chaotic. And his mother asked, he was like, "What is wrong with you?" And he was white as a ghost, and he was like, "I'm not going back in that room." He was like, "I'm actually going to go home." And he never told me what he saw until like months and months later. And he said he saw this thing. He said it had actual red eyes, and I just laughed it off because I told him he was crazy because I haven't had any experiences yet. But I remember my first experience there. I was in bed, it was late at night, and my husband had just left for work, and he left around 2:30 in the morning, and I was half awake, half asleep, and I looked out of the bedroom and I saw his son, well, what I thought was his son, and I yelled at him. I said, "You need to go back to bed." I said, "It's not time to get up yet." And he just kept staring at me and staring at me on our stair landing. And so I got up, and as I approached him, I noticed that he looked identical to his son, and he had these clothes on that were not what we wore today. They were pants that were buckled at the knee. He had pointy shoes on, big sleeves, puffy, a string hanging. It was white. His pants looked black. But it was his face. And as I got closer, he walked into the bedroom, and I kind of followed, and his son was sound to sleep, and I was like completely freaked out. And so I just went back to bed. I didn't wake him. I never told him because that would have scared him, but I did tell my husband, and he thought I was crazy. My daughter didn't seem to be scared or anything, but she was sleepwalking more than normal, and it was a little concern, but nothing horrible. And I would say a few weeks later, I was in her bedroom. I was making her bed, and I thought my husband had come home. And as I was making the bed, I was kind of leaned over making the bed like this, and I felt somebody on my shoulder, on my right shoulder, going like this. I was like, "Are you home from work yet?" Or I go, "Why are you home from work so early?" But he didn't answer, so I kind of turned around this way, and nobody was there. I was like, "Oh my God." So I was like, somebody touched me. So I actually laughed to myself. I'm like, I think I'm going crazy in here. And again, it happened. So I was like, okay. So I made the bed, I shut the door, and I went downstairs. The last and final thing for me was when I was home alone. He took all the kids for ice cream, my husband did, and I was laying on the couch. I was watching TV. I did fall asleep, but I awoke to this noise, like water in the basement, but it was like, sounded like raging water. So I was like, well, no, a pipe must have broke, you know. So I get up and I listen, and I went into the office because it's actually where it sounded like it was coming from, but there's a vent there, like a cold air return, and I was listening, and there was this air coming up. So I'm listening, and I swear to God that I heard, "Help me, help me, I'm drowning." And I'm like listening, and then I got really scared, and I actually was like, oh my God, is somebody outside? I didn't know what was going on. So I got down again, and I listened, and I'm like, hello, and said it again, and it was a female voice. So I went down, I opened the cellar. I rarely went down there because it's kind of, you know, I just never went down there. And there was nothing, no water, no voices, no nothing. So I closed the door, and it all started again. So I literally freaked out, and I ran right down the driveway as my husband was coming up, and I did not want to go back there. I actually think I slept at my mother's that night, and because I was that freaked out. But we ended up moving out, and our very last night there, my husband had said, he's like, you guys are all nuts up here. He said, there's no ghost, no nothing. He's like, this is your imagination, because it's an old house. It was used for laying a funeral home that laid out the bodies in the living room, which he was told. So anyway, we were leaving, and I said, well, don't forget the stuff down cellar, I said. And my sister-in-law was there. And as we were still packing up stuff, all of a sudden I hear this scream. It was like, I can't even explain, and it was my husband. So I run through, and I'm like, what is going on? He literally kicked the cellar door open, and he had one box in his hand, and he said, let's go. We're done here. We're not coming back. We're leaving. And I said, well, we're not even done packing yet. He's like, I don't care what's in here. It could be replaced. Let's go. And we left. And he never spoke of it. He never said what it was, but he was just pure white, like the life was sucked out of him. And it scared me and my sister-in-law. And still, to this day, I still don't know what he saw. Because he had passed away, and he never would talk about it. And as we left the driveway, we looked up in the window. There was a big window in the hallway going up the stairs. And it was just like something out of a movie, that it was just like a bright, like gold, like not fire, but it was just really weird, the colors of it. And there was a lady in the window. Her hair was, I could still see her face to this day. And she was looking out of the window, and my sister-in-law saw the same thing. I was like, do you see that, or is it me? And I just still thought it was my imagination. And then she flipped out. She was like, oh my God, what is that? Never have I been there, never. And I left. I was like, nope. And there's still stuff in that house of mine to this day, and I won't ever go back there. I'm done. I will never go back there. But that was my experience there. And I have not stepped foot in there. My nephew does live there now, but I won't visit him. He has to come to me, because I won't go there. And that's the truth.
What's wrong? Are you doing something to Caitlin? It just went up. Do you remember her? Holy crap.
What do you think? Seems a little bit.
Just put everything right down on the floor. Alright. Is that you?
The bump's up to 36. What's that?
39. One of you says, is that you? Speak through this device. Thank you. You're welcome. Is it just you in here with us right now? Just say yes or no. Did you die here? Is it possible for all of you to just live in peace? That sounded like a kid. Mm-hmm. Is there a different spirit with us right now? Hello.
Hello?
Can you come back and speak with us? I can't understand you. What was that? Is that what it said?
Don't be afraid to talk to us.
Talk. It said talk. Turn in the boys' room. Turn in the boys' room. Are you able to shut that door? If you're able to shut that door, just say yes or no.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shut it.
No. I don't think you can do it.
Phil doesn't think you can do it. Really? Just tell us your name then. I don't know. Just tell us hello. All you have to do is say hello. Just tell us hello. All you have to do is say hello. I gotta laugh. house is this? Is this Phil's house? Or is this yours? Mine.
No, this is my house.
Holy.
I said this is my house, not yours.
You need to leave these people alone. Why? He said why.
You're kind of a girl right there.
Yeah, that time. Because you are scaring them. The kids.
Did you leave?
Same voice over multiple ways if you're confused. Can you tell us our names?
It was off, dude. Someone turned it on because it was never on. We've been in and out of here.
Point 6, 0.7.
Did you touch that?
No.
I never touched it since I came up here.
Maybe it's the movement moved it. Wait until it gets still again. Did you move this?
Dude, that's crazy. Walk around and see if it...
We gotta wait until it's like steady.
Dude, it wasn't moving when we came up here. I know for a fact it wasn't. Is it messing with us?
I'm gonna try to walk around.
Alright. It's not moving now. Okay, well, yeah, walk
Wait.
around.
Alright, I'm gonna step on the stairs.
Alright.
What the?
Dude, it's not moving.
Oh wait, maybe when I toss this over here.
Did you move the punching bag?
2.2.
It's a heavy bag.
Alright, here. Stick. Did you move this punching bag? Oh, you know what it could have been? The door.
I don't think so. You want to go close it and open it?
Alright, you got the camera on it?
Yup.
I'm about to shut it. And I'm going to open it.
Not a damn thing.
Really?
Yeah.
turned off on the stairs.
Did it?
Dude, is this one out too?
Is it down?
It is. Both of the cameras were turned off at the same time. I just want to see if I turn it back on. Look at that. Look how much battery's left.
So
Something shut that off.
How about this one?
Let's check it.
This one does as well. Something shut them both off, dude. That's crazy.
Let's see what it's at.
They both have like 300 minutes of run time.
This one's on 1.
But it's still green. It's not red yet. That's not something shut them off.
Approximately 30 minutes after I left, Phil called and asked if I was still around. I said, yeah, why? He said, because the door just came off the hinges. When I returned, they were telling me what had happened. When we all heard a thump upstairs, we were silent, and then heard it again. So we ran upstairs to investigate.
4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
I can feel it. Alright, so what happened?
Like, so we noticed these are missing. So then we were sitting there, 0.6, there we go, it's down. We were sitting there and all of a sudden the door just boom, just slams and knocks the pin out. You
So
know,
the pin was all the way in and...
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. And this had screws in it this morning. They're gone on both sides.
Shh. Did you hear that? Something just like pulled on my shirt. You hear that? Oh, I did. He's in this room with us right now. That's the same voice. What did that say?
I don't know what it's saying.
Want to check the attic?
Okay.
You need to speak in a clear voice. Okay.
Is it okay?
Okay.
The attic.
Oh, was the attic?
Yeah, he opened it like me and Kayla were just upstairs and then he opens the cellar door and
The cellar door.
or the attic door and I was like knock it the out, you know, because it scared the shit out of me, dude. And then 0.3, 0.8,
Maybe when you
likes
shut
that
it?
I talked about it. And I shut it and then all of a sudden Kayla's like, come here a second, and I go up there and then the door just blew off the hinges, dude.
Let's go in that room. Holy sh! I said let's go in that room. It said in. As I packed up all of the equipment and was walking away from the table, all of a sudden, a kid's baseball bat flew off the table and landed at our feet. We were unable to replicate the situation. Did a little boy die in this house? Point 3. What are you saying? Alright, we're done. I'm gonna ask this one more time. Give it a second. Are you William H. Locke? Make that go back up if you are William H. Locke. Or are you Alfred E. Page? I think it's Alfred. I think he knew them. Now went back down to 0.
Are you sure it's not William? Or is it you, Alf?
Alfred, yeah. So he knew him. He was probably like...
I bet you they called him Alf. Was Alf your nickname?
Now back then they would just call him Alfred. It was like a respect thing, right? Yep. So you knew, but you'd had to known him, so that's why he knew a name that sounded familiar, and it shot up. See?
No.
29. So this where, what window was it?
The middle window up there. That's where it was. There was a witch there. She looked like a witch, I should say. But, yeah, that's the window.
So do you want to walk inside?
No!
How does it feel to be back here?
I hate it. I don't like it up here. I'll go in.
You'll go in?
Yeah.
All right.
If I have a heart attack, it's your fault. Oh, it looks the same in here anyway. Yeah, it's so creepy.
You don't walk anymore?
Am I gonna die if I walk in here anymore? Is it gonna like do this to me and shit like that? Because I'm gonna get scared. All right.
So this was the office?
This is the room. Oh, it looks the same. This is the closet that, there's the vent.
This was it?
That's the vent that came up, those voices came out of. And this is the closet that Dan saw the little guy in. Ugh. This is where she was. And this is where that little boy was. Right here. Right here. And he came up, he walked directly into this room. And he disappeared. There was a different window in here. It was an old window. And it wasn't loose or anything. It opened fine, no problems. We were standing right below there, right down there. And the window come right down. And it was the jagged part. It just broke and just stuck right to the ground. And my daughter was standing right there.
Lucky.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, this is Marky.
I thought so.
Yeah, this is ours.
Is it?
Yep. That was Dennis's work mug.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you want it?
No, I don't want it.
No.
It was beautiful, old antique table with chairs. I don't know if you remember it, but it was in the kitchen. It was really big, brown, and I stained it. It was gorgeous. That is when everything started happening. Is when I moved the table. Right here, I'll never forget this. This right here, this nail, there was a dead Raggedy Ann, or not a dead, but a Raggedy Ann doll with it right in its neck. A Raggedy Ann doll, right in that hook right there.
That's the original Annabelle doll, isn't it? Raggedy
Yeah.
Yeah, Raggedy Ann, yeah. Yeah, and Dennis took it up. He goes, what a bunch of sickos. And we never paid attention to it. So I don't know if there was like weird people that lived here before us. There was a lot of things hanging from this stuff right here, like trinkets of some kind. Like they weren't normal. Like somebody's bracelet, somebody's necklace, and so I thought it was somebody it was just their room.
So no basement?
No, I don't want to go in the basement.
Okay.
I don't want to do that. Alright, I'll go down there just to make you happy, but I'm not staying down there. Then I'm going, because I'm ready to go now.
Nope. Close.
This is new. That wasn't here when we were here.
What's that? The water tank?
That water tank.
You see the stuff on the windows?
Oh no, that wasn't there.
2.4. Do you remember her now? You're just gonna stop?
This right in here was, we had stuff behind here, but we couldn't get to it because something had fallen from here and it blocked our stuff. Oh, right here, this is probably where it was. These things had fallen, these beams, all on our Christmas stuff, all on everything. And we couldn't get anything. And this is where yeah. And this is where he kicked the door open upstairs.
After, where was he? Like,
I was in the kitchen. And, wait, where's the, oh, they painted over the marks.
of the what? It's 3.4.
There was black dig marks over here,
Yeah.
but it's painted on now. Not from like an animal. It looked, we used to actually laugh about it. I'm like, somebody probably died down here, but there was all like black and red marks like this.
5.1 when you said that.
Are you serious?
Did someone die down here? Did somebody die down here? This thing will just not answer right now. It was answering perfectly earlier.
Yeah, it's just this wall. There was terrible scratches,
Here, can you get the light over here?
like bad scratches right here. And
On the
this is
wall?
all painted. This was not, this was dug. It was right here. It was like somebody was like this, but it was red and black. I don't know if it was paint or it looked horrific. We didn't paint it, but these were painted. So I don't know. I can't show you where they actually were.
Was somebody down? Did someone die down here?
What is that?
You okay?
Ow, I got something scraped.
It's that.
I think you got something. I backed into something. What is that?
Oh yeah, damn. See it?
Just now?
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
think you got a thing hanging out of the wall.
Well, that wouldn't have hit you from here.
No, that's like 3 scratches. Like claw marks.
Here, wait.
Yeah,
shine-
fucking right. You
Here,
better
shut-
stop.
No, let me see real quick. Here, shine the light right
It
here.
is, it's like claw marks.
No. Did you do that? Wait, pull your shirt out a little more.
What the fuck?
What?
Nothing.
Don't freak me out. I think
You're
you
bleeding.
got something. I'm bleeding?
No, there's nothing hanging on the wall.
It's like welts.
Yeah, right. Alright, I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah, right.
Here, just.
Are you serious? Don't
Tony,
do that!
Tony, here, just.
Did she have that there?
No.
Tiny leak,
It's
just
there now.
walk out the door real quick.
Oh, dude, are you guys are with me. I know you are. That's not funny. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's bad.
What? Oh my god, are you serious?
Huge like gash on your back.
Show you?
Yes. Yeah, I'm
Here, watch.
breaking my bone.
No. Those look like scrape marks. Dad! Oh my god! Oh, no, I'm going. I'm leaving. Come on, Todd. No, bye. Just take me to the house.
I am not staying here. Nope. Are you serious?
Are you sure you didn't have that on you before you came here?
I didn't have it on me. That's why I said, I go, you guys got something over here that just scratched me. I thought it was like a coat hanger hook or something.
Well, it was above your head. It wouldn't have.
I'm shaking. Look, I'm shaking. I'm not staying here. Nope. Nope. Cause it just felt like, you know how you brush up against something sharp? That's what it was.
There's nothing there, Tony.
I'm not coming back here.
Okay.
Bye. If I get killed, I'm haunting you. Is it gonna like do this to me and shit like that? Is it gonna like do this to me and shit like that?
This house holds many mysteries, including rumors of murders taking place inside the house. The area surrounding has also been a battleground of the War of 1812. In fact, the house sits near the famous military road. Local historians say it is possible this house sits on a burial ground. But this isn't the original house on the property. The church bought the land in early 1904 for $200, and the house that had been there was moved down the street. The current house was built on the same lot, and the total price was $2,906. Alfred Page and his family moved in June of 1904. When we left, we put holy water around the house, and we'll be back if they ever need us. We may never know who or what we are communicating with at these locations, but that is why we continue to investigate. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and also like our page for more videos.